Well, I got my Thai tea and I also got a carded Jurassic Park Series 2 Dennis Nedry. We're going to be unboxing this thing. Y'all ready for this? Welcome to Jurassic Park Week. Oh, clever girl. Okay, y'all, so this is one that I've been especially looking forward to getting unboxed and reviewed because it's Dennis Nedry. And who doesn't love Dennis Nedry? Good old double-crossing slimeball Nedry. And a little bit later in the video, we have Mr. Cory Baker, Cory Baker is going to be here doing a comparison of the Series 2 Nedry along with the Series 1 Nedry. So looking at the packaging here, it's the same classic Jurassic Park style packaging with a twist. You got the new Series 2 redeco going on, basically a blue and white theme. Down at the bottom, you get your Series 2 card for Dennis Nedry, and you can see the figure quite prominently within the packaging, along with all of his accessories. Looking at the back, we can see quite a few dinosaurs and humans available in Series 2, including the Dino trackers and several dinosaurs in the smaller scale. Then down here we have some of the larger dinosaurs. We got some of the vehicles. According to the instructions, attach the backpack to the figure using the straps and pegs. To fill, squeeze and release the backpack while holding the weapon underwater. Squeeze the backpack to fire weapon. We're going to try all that in just a little bit. You bet we are. And then down here, you get your official JP logo. Look for this official brand on all Jurassic Park dinosaurs. If it doesn't have the JP logo, it's extinct. If it says JW, it's extinct. And there's your barcode for Kenner 1993. They were concerned with going green even back then. Okay, so the time has come. We are going to go ahead and unbox this poor unsuspecting Dennis Nedry. So let's go ahead and get right to it. And as always, if this were a perfectly mint on card figure, we wouldn't unbox it like this, but this one was actually already separating from the card and has some damage, so we may as well get it opened and have a fresh figure for review. So there's the figure with all of the accessories right there. You go ahead and slide out the collector's card right here, and there you go. All right, you guys, so here is Nedry out of the packaging, and you can see all of his fun accessories here, including his water spray gun, his mask, and the Pachycephalosaurus hatchling. First, let's go ahead and focus on the figure itself. It's an interesting looking figure. Being the Series 2 version of this character, they gave it a new head sculpt that does look a little more reminiscent of the Nedry we know from the film, but he's still a little bit too slimmed down, and it's not a perfect likeness, but it's passable. If you were to look at this figure up close, you would guess, oh, that could be Nedry. So in that sense, it's good. The costume itself is very simplistic. He's got like a red sweater type thing going on, and then some blue pants, or could those be blue jeans? And it is a very simplistic figure, but like I said, it seems to get the job done. Go ahead and give you a close-up here of the head. And like I said, it's got a passing resemblance to Dennis Nedry from the film, but it's not perfect. I think that it works, though. It's definitely satisfactory, especially if you're an action figure in the Kenner Jurassic Park toy line from 1993 and 1994. This totally works, totally acceptable. It does look funny. Like, the expression on his face is kind of like, yeah, or something. Like, initially, I kind of thought maybe it was like a smiling sort of expression, but it definitely looks a little bit perturbed or a little bit grossed out or something. And it's painted quite nicely. The eyes look good. Eyebrows are a little bit full, but it looks good. And the hair also looks quite decent, I would say. Skin tone is pretty nice. He's got a little bit of a double chin going on, which would be accurate to the film. The rest of the costume, like I said, he's got a red sweater he's wearing, which I don't know why you would be wearing a red sweater if you're on very hot and humid Isla Nublar, but that's what he's got on. He's also got his JP badge, indicating that he's an employee, I suppose. And then he's got, looks like a holster with a pistol in it. though the pistol is the same color as the holster, so it's a little bit hard to see. He's got his blue pants going on. Looks like these are actually cargo pants, and they basically just go straight into the shoes, which are the exact same color. So very interesting. He's got peg holes on the bottom, and the gloves that he's wearing are black. I don't know why they didn't paint the shoes. I mean, for budgetary reasons, I can see why they wouldn't have done that, but if they would have painted the shoes, could have looked a little bit better. But overall, it looks quite good. It looks quite good for what it is. As far as articulation goes, he's got a swivel at the neck, so you can move his head side to side. He's got ratcheted shoulders, and there's actually a reason for that. There's a built-in action feature, so if you press his arms toward each other, you can rip off his arms, and they kind of go flying a little bit. So that's kind of fun. None of the other figures had this, so this is really cool that they implemented something like that just to add more playability to the figure. And then to get the arms back in, they basically just plug back in and snap in place just like that. You also get swivels at both of the hips, and you can do almost a full 90 degrees. So that's pretty nice. So all in all, it's a very modestly jointed figure, but it's got the articulation where it counts, and that action feature is pretty fun. Now, in terms of accessories, we do have his backpack, which is kind of something like a super soaker sort of tank. And that's basically what you get here. It looks a lot like a super soaker tank from the 90s. And it's made of like rubbery plastic, so you can kind of press it, and that's supposed to help suck in the water when you activate the action feature. And the rest of the backpack is kind of like a gunmetal color. Very basic. It looks decent enough. And we'll just go ahead and plug this back in like that. It just kind of sits in place. And then down here at the bottom, you will see that this is where the hose plugs in for the gun. Let's push it in like that. You get a clear tube, which is pretty sticky. It seems like it's kind of broken down over time, so I need to see if I can clean that. And then that's connected to this gun. It's like a water gun. And pretty decent. It matches the rest of the backpack, so same gunmetal sort of color. And to get it on Nedry, we're basically just going to slide it over his head, just like this. And then you have these little straps that go around his waist. And each of the straps has these little holes in it. You'll see there's a little peg right there sticking out from the backpack. You're basically just going to line it up and then plug it in. And once you get the backpack on, you can place the gun inside the palm of his hand, and he holds it very nicely. But wait, there's more. You also get this little mask that's made of a very soft plastic that's colored similarly to the backpack, and that basically just sits over his head, just like this. Now, the straps from the backpack do kind of get in the way of it, so you kind of just gotta finagle it on there, and that's basically the idea. I'm not really sure what that mask does. Maybe this gun is supposed to release some sort of a spray, and that mask just kind of filters out toxins or, just keeps him safe. So very cool. And you don't want to breathe in any Dilophosaurus venom because that wouldn't be good. And interestingly, he's not very back heavy like we tend to see with these Jurassic Park figures. And I think that's likely because the backpack itself is very lightweight, since it's mostly just this open space back here and then the water tank, which of course is hollow. So it's pretty nice that you don't have to lean him over in order to compensate for the added weight. Okay, so I have a glass of water, and now we're going to go ahead and try out the action feature. So basically what it said on the instructions is you just dunk the gun underwater, and then you press on the backpack, on the water tank. Looks like it's working right there. Okay, it feels a little heavier, so it seems like the figure might be full of water. Can we see it in there? Not really. Not really. It's not very translucent or anything. So we press it again in order for it to shoot. So let's see if we can get it to shoot anything. Yeah, it works, and it shoots pretty far. And that's it. You only get a few sprays. But hey, it's awesome that it works. Now we also get this adorable Pachycephalosaurus hatchling, and look how cute he is. He actually looks pretty mean for a little hatchling dinosaur. I mean, this is like borderline demonic, isn't it? I mean, this looks like a gremlin or something, the sort of thing that would sneak up on you when you're not even looking. I mean, it looks good. It's supposed to fit in with the adult Pachycephalosaurus, which is kind of the same coloration, but it does look kind of creepy. I mean, it really does. It doesn't really look like a baby dinosaur. I mean, it looks like, it looks really scary. I like it though. I mean, it's fun and it looks good. I like the way that they painted these eyes, like this very nice, vibrant green color. And the teeth aren't painted, but you can see them in there. You get your JP logo here on the side. And it's nicely colored. I do like the coloration. You do get a bit of a gradient here on the bottom. And then the feet and the claws look pretty nice. So it does look scary, but it's pretty cool. So the next thing we want to do is see how good of an aim Nedry has. And he's going to go up against that poor unsuspecting little Pachycephalosaurus over there. So let's see what we got, Nedry. Well, it works, but it doesn't really do anything to scare off the dinosaur. So ultimately, I think we're going to need to find a new weapon. We also get our authentic movie collector card. It says that this is number 57 in the set, and it's a movie still showing Dennis Nedry along with the Dilophosaurus. Little does he know he's about to become that dinosaur's dinner. At the very back, it says, personnel file, he's a computer programmer, and he set up the park's complicated computer system, but then greed led him to sabotage the system and put lives in danger. Shame on you, Mr. Nedry. Movie moments. Playtime's over. The traitor Nedry finds out his pesky friend is actually a venomous Dilophosaurus. Now it's spitting mad and Dennis is sliding away. And for our dino trivia, what was the function of the tall crests on the Dilophosaurus's head? And the answer? Nobody knows exactly, but it's possible they were used for social behavioral purposes, such as an identifying feature to attract a mate. I'm guessing that Nedry probably isn't the mate that they had in mind. Okay, so now to compare the Series 2 Dennis Nedry along with the previous Series 1 version, we have Cory Baker who's going to help us out. Hey Cory, how's the weather down under in Australia?
How you going, Victoria? Cory Baker here. The weather is absolutely beautiful in Australia right now. We've had a very wet start to spring, but we've finally come into some nice weather, so I'm outside enjoying the bit of warmth. So you've been reviewing the Series 2 Dennis, I see. So here we have, right here is the Series 2 Dennis with his angry looking, more like a carnivorous looking Pachycephalosaurus. Very evil looking hatchling. And here we got the pudgy faced Dennis to make it look more like the actor from the movie. Now, as we all know, that this is the second Dennis that came out, and the first Dennis looked very different to this one. Here we have the very first Dennis we got. This is the Jurassic Park Series 1 Dennis Nedry, and this is still mint in packet. Now, I actually got a mint in packet version back in 2005 when I was younger, like I was only about 12 years old, and I just didn't know the significance of actually having a mint in box Series 1 toy, and I actually unboxed it, which is this one here. This is the one I opened back in 2005 from a mint in box packet. So here, still got him. So here we have Dennis. Now, this Dennis has sunglasses on, doesn't look anything like the movie's Dennis, but he comes with the exact same stuff as Series 2. He's got the squirting kind of canister thing there, and he's got the, but weirdly enough, this is actually green. The gas mask is green on the Series 1, and like the Series 2 is a silvery grey. And he comes with a Dilophosaurus, basically the most significant dinosaur to Dennis in the first movie, because obviously the Dilophosaurus kills Dennis. So here we go. We've got this cool card that comes with Dennis, Sneak Attack. Unlike the Series 2, comes with pictures of the movie. And here we have basically all the other toys in the toy line. And here's Dennis here. Dennis, arms rip off to reveal dino damage. So here are the two Dennises. In terms of sculpts, they're pretty much the exact same. They are the exact same sculpt. See? Just different colours. So this guy's got a red jumper, this guy's got a kind of bluish, kind of greenish, probably between green and blue jumper. And he's got black pants, blue pants. So exactly the same body sculpt, but different head sculpts. So this guy, he's got more pudgy face. than the first one. The first one's just a generic head, pretty much, with sunglasses, which really does not show any likeness to Dennis from the first movie at all. At least this guy kind of has looking a bit fat, just like Dennis does in the first movie. So even though it doesn't really look like Dennis, this one, he looks a little bit more like Dennis than this guy, at least. So yeah, so kids that had this Dennis already would probably go out to get this Dennis purely because he just looked more like Dennis. So yeah, but then they would have two Dennises. Wonder what they'd do in their Jurassic Park games when they're playing with their toys with two Dennises. Only one could wonder. Oh no! Huh? Oh no! I'll never make it to John Hammond's birthday now. Oh. Guess I gotta walk. Oh. What's that? Oh. Huh? Who are you? Wait, who are you? My name is Dennis Nedry. My name is Dennis Nedry. Huh? But my name's Dennis. There can be only one Dennis Nedry. Prepare to die, Dennis. I'm running back to the car. Oh, start! Is he gone? Oh God! Oh! So there we have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed my double Dennis skit I just did there. Basically, it just shows you the possibilities are endless when you're a kid playing with these Kenner toys from the 90s. We just do not get toy lines like them anymore. It's just so awesome. So hope you enjoyed that, guys. Just before I go, massive thank you to Victoria for inviting me to your Jurassic Park Series 2 week. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Back to you, Victoria.
All right, thank you so much, Cory, for that awesome clip and for comparing both of the Dennis Nedry figures for us. So basically what we have here is a very nicely done figure on Kenner's part. They really did a quite remarkable job with it. I think it has a really fun action feature. It really does. Water gun, type things. Yeah, the water can be a little bit messy and get everywhere, but it actually works pretty well, and it's fun. The aesthetics of the figure are quite good. Sure, it's not a dead-on ringer for Dennis Nedry as he appeared in the film, but it's got a better head sculpt than the Series 1 version, and it definitely is passable as Nedry. The pop-off arms are a fun little hidden aspect of the figure that are not advertised on the package. And the demonic little Pachycephalosaurus, is a pretty fun little inclusion. Like the other Kenner Jurassic Park human dinosaur figures, it's really a very nice, well-rounded package that packs a lot of fun into a small package, and I think that that's really, really awesome. Toys just aren't this fun nowadays, and it's really a shame because you could literally create all sorts of scenarios with all the accessories that come in here and all the playability that you get with this figure. So all in all, if you're a Jurassic Park toy collector, your collection is not complete without Dennis Nedry. Just a fun set all around, and I highly recommend it to you if you don't already have it. Once again, I would like to thank Cory Baker for joining us for Jurassic Park Week. Be sure to check out his great YouTube channel full of Jurassic Park and other dinosaur reviews. Visit him on Twitter. And as always, I would like to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.